So how can staff work collaboratively together? Well, the Working Together section in the framework highlights a few key areas of what effective practice could look like and supports schools to take this forward. And an additional resource, the Food in Schools Contribution Sketch Note, can also offer support and some ideas.
Thanks, Emma. We've heard about the importance of everyone having their say, and how do you both see children and young people being involved in this? Emma?
A really important point, Shirley. Children and young people have a fundamental role to play in relation to food in schools. It's really crucial to ensure that children and young people are engaged and participate in all stages in order to drive that improvement, which directly affects them and the choices that they make. When considering the process of triangulation, schools need to gather strong evidence from a range of sources. They need to gather data, they have to carry out observations and learning walks to get a real lived sense of the experiences of children and young people at school. But the final part of that triangulation is the school's ability to seek people's views, including those of stakeholders, and very importantly, those of children and young people. And where possible, it's really essential that we do try and include natural spaces for possible groups that are underrepresented, children and young people that really depend on food in schools, those in SIMD 1 to 3, children and young people with potential additional support needs or protected characteristics. It's really important that where possible we make natural connections for them. With the creation of the right conditions, children and young people have got a unique position to offer us their honest thoughts and their opinions. They'll tell us what they value and what matters most to them. Sometimes we can gather views for children in a bit of a tokenistic way, and we can all become guilty of that. But now, with the inception of the UNCRC and those children's rights in Scots law, and with the support of the WeHiggies resources, which have been developed specifically to support learner participation in school self-evaluation, schools can really use these alongside the framework to really support and enhance that gathering of people's voice and hearing those voices of children and young people in a meaningful and relevant way. It's not about what they're saying, it's about what we do with that information, and not just hearing it, but acting upon it, and that really will deliver on their rights.
And from your perspective, Jerry, how would you involve children and young people in supporting you to look at your part in the evaluating provision?
All of these issues are discussed at pupil council meetings, which are attended by my menu development officer. Good example is having our officers visit schools to involve pupils in food activities based around healthy eating, where children and young people are not shy in telling us what they think. They're also very vocal regarding sustainability and want to know how we're working and looking to improve our sustainability regarding food. This is something that we're keen to ensure we cover when planning any food activity with pupils. Pupils also like to know that their views have been considered, so that involving them is really key. And this is where we can work in partnership with our colleagues in education, also by involving suppliers and parents. And the involvement of children and young people is the key to ensure the improvements that have been put in place are really successful.
I think the point you made there about making sure that children and young people know that their views have been heard because they'll see something happen as a result of it. That's really important as well. So it's not just that they're giving their feedback, they're actually seeing the "you said, we did" kind of thing as part of that.